I'm hotep, everyone. It's Sekhmet Nanak, and I wanted to make a video about some facts, figures, numbers, and things you can do, and they're all related to LGBT equality or LGBT topics. The first thing I want to say is, did you know that 90% of all LGBT youth face harassment and discrimination in their lives at school, or in their workplace, or in the community? And this has become a growing problem. Obviously, we've seen what it does. There have been 6 suicides that have caught the attention, and all of them are related to LGBT bullying. And Human Rights Campaign has organized a kind of letter-writing campaign to the Secretary of Education where you can voice your concerns about how they should add gender identity and sexual orientation to the anti-bullying laws, so that they're more included, so that this major problem that we're having with bullying as far as being gay is taken care of. That's just one thing you can do for that. Did you know that there are only 5 states, besides DC, that actually realize that love is what matters in a marriage and not gender? There are only 5 states right now that currently issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Obviously, this is a major problem because the message that the government is sending is that our love is not equal, and that our love is not as good as your love, and that we are not allowed to live out the rights and the freedoms of marriage that we have. There are 1,100 plus benefits that gay couples in this country are not receiving because of the difference in marriage and civil unions. And what you can do is help try to repeal the Defense of Marriage Act, or DOMA. This act is what's basically keeping it so that gay couples cannot marry. And also you can help out at a state level by writing to your representatives and your officials in your local government to support LGBT equality. There's a variety of things. And again, Human Rights Campaign has a letter-writing campaign for that as well. I'm going to include links down in the underbar so you can do these things if you wish. Did you know that over 14,000 people have been discharged from the military solely for the fact that they're gay? Under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, that is totally fair and totally legal, and they've been booted from the military because of this. These are people who are willing and ready and able, and they want to serve our country. They're out there protecting the rights and the freedoms that gay people are being denied. They're protecting a country that doesn't really recognize us as, equal citizens, but they're still willing to get over that and to fight for our country, to defend us from terrorism, to defend us from the threat of war, and to defend our liberties. And these 14,000 people that have been discharged are out of the military because they are gay, lesbian, or bisexual, or transgendered. And this is wrong. So obviously what you can do is do a letter-writing campaign and phone calls to your senators and things like that to help repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. There's a huge push going on for it right now, and right now is the time to jump on that because this is the time that matters. So you need to talk to your representatives and talk to the people in places of power who are ready to repeal Don't Ask, Don't Tell. This is especially true if you live in a place where it's not really acceptable for homosexuality, because you will be the people that sway the votes and realize that there is more of a demographic than they thought. Did you know that in 29 states, you can be fired from your job for being lesbian, gay, or bisexual, and in 38 states you can be fired because you're transgendered. And this is absolutely legal because they're government jobs, presumably. And yes, you can help by doing the Employment Non-Discrimination Act. You can help pass that by writing letters and calls, all this stuff, the very government formal shit that we all hate. And the final statistic that I have for you is, did you know that because of the government's not recognizing gay relationships as equal and as legal unions, they're actually tearing families apart because of the immigration laws? Binational couples, people who maybe they're in a relationship with somebody from Canada, or they're in a relationship with somebody from Mexico, and they live here, they are splitting the families up when they discover that their residency, because they can't get the green card just like married couples can. And so they are actually splitting up families and deporting people solely for the fact that, their gay relationship is not seen as equal, and thus they don't get that protection like, straight couples do. And there is something that HRC is organized, and I believe it's called the Unite American Families Now Act or some such thing, and I'm going to put a link down there, and you can participate in that just to make sure that this does not happen, that this discrimination is not allowed to continue. And of course, the most important power that we have as American citizens over 18 who aren't felons is the right to vote. And you should exercise that right to vote by voting for senators and voting for all your representatives that you possibly can who are LGBT friendly and or openly support LGBT people and LGBT rights. I was actually having a discussion on my Facebook today, and I said something to the effect of, you know, I don't really give a fuck if anybody in my country or in the world, for that matter, approves of my love. I don't really give a fuck if people even approve of my existence just for solely being who I am. But I'm going to be damned if I'm going to let my country deny me the rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm going to be damned if I'm going to be treated like my husband's roommate when we live together. I'm going to be damned if I'm going to be treated like a second-class citizen. And I will fight as much as I can and as hard as I can, as long as I live, until my love and the love of other people like me are seen as equal and we are treated equally under the laws of America. And I hope that it inspires you to go do the same thing. So you can go to protests, there are events, you can go to rallies, you can write letters, you can create your own events, you can do fundraisers and donate to gay charities. You can do all sorts of things. You have so much power to change this if you really want to. And I just wanted to express some ways that you could do that, and I'm going to have my handy links, like I said. And yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say. So, snub to you, everyone. Peace.